like Jack Sparrow. How'd you make that rope with the hair on my back?
My shirt is not even going to touch my skin if I let it ride. Oh, man.
And we just lost every female listener.
No.
Sorry, ladies.
What is up, trade crew? Welcome back to another episode of HVAC R&D with Rhydon and Dennis. We are powered by Keystone Sales and Associates still. They're crushing it, helping us out, keep it going. They are your premier PHVAC manufacturers rep in the Mid-Atlantic with Bosch and tons of other products over there, so go check them out. Me and Rhydon tonight rambling on. We're having a few technical difficulties. Rhydon's got a different laptop. He's still getting set up over there. But I've got something pretty stout to drink that I'm stoked to bring out, so let's get it going.
Yeah, come on.
Face is hot already. I'm flush. I don't ever get a cough until I start recording. What's up with that? I'm like,
That's how it works, because you're thinking about it. You probably had it, just not realized it, but now you're thinking about it, so subconsciously it affects you.
I need to hawk a big loogie. Is that still a thing? Can we say loogie?
I think we can.
I feel like I just got something just hanging out right there. How do you spell loogie anyway? Is that a real word?
Is it Loogie or something?
No, it can't be spelled like that. It should be. There's no way it's spelled like that.
All right, dang it, now I gotta know.
Yep, Urban Dictionary. Go, Ryan. Or Google.
Yeah, Loogie.
Is it really?
It sounds like he sounds like he's trying to hawk up a loogie. Use that word in a sentence, please.
What about purple nurple? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, we can type that if you like.
Oh, don't type that. You'll go down the wrong path on that.
That's the truth.
All right,
so what's up, trade crew? Yeah, what's up, trade crew? So welcome back to another episode of HVAC R&D, brought to you by our other platinum sponsor, One Thing Marketing. Thank you to them for putting everything together for HVACRD.com. And also, again, how much are you loving HVAC R&D, trade crew? Whatever your streaming platform is, Pandora, Spotify, iHeart, Apple, please go on there, follow us, like us, please rate us or leave us a review, and share us with your trade crew. All of those likes, follows, shares, and reviews especially really help us continue to grow this. So please reach out and do that. It will be most appreciated. Social stats continuing to climb. We had some great growth on TikTok and Instagram last week. And we're pushing towards another milestone on Trade Hounds and LinkedIn. So getting there. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok at hvac.rnd. You can also find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Trade Hounds as HVAC R&D Podcast. And also, go check out hvacrnd.com and join the mailing list at the bottom of the page, as well as check out the Trade Crew Vendor Hub for more information on Keystone Sales, One Thing Marketing, and some deals and steals from BetterHelp, Chirp, and Service Titan. Live events are coming in hot. I need to get those updated because we've got some September ones on the books already.
Yeah, especially I looked the other day, North Carolina is crushing the stats.
Yep, it's growing.
And,
we appreciate it.
Pennsylvania, PA, crushing it. That's where old Pottstown is, and Keystone. So I sent a text to the boss man, Mr. Bob Delasala, the other day. He was on episode 100. I said, man, Pennsylvania's killing it. And they're almost number one over North Carolina. He's like, well, that's because I came on the show. I mean, old Bobby D. I said,
that's the truth.
I just said, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And dang it, if I'm not mistaken, so
California is usually hard to beat.
No, California is tough to beat, but I was gonna say
we both can't look at it. So.
He's up to number 8 on our all-time
oh wow
Spotify list, the Spotify side.
Okay.
Go look episode rankings.
Spotify's still dragging a little bit.
Yeah,
I still meet 7. A lot of people that they're still dealing with free music. I can't do it over here, man. I have to. So I think I pay $15 a month for 6 logins, no commercials, and anything I download is mine to keep. So it's not terrible. Corey's got his own setup. Kylie has her own music. She has a bus ride home playlist.
I like it.
A bus ride in playlist. I guess those are different
Get you pumped
vibes.
Up and chilled out.
Yeah, those are definitely different vibes. So yeah, stats. California is usually crushing it. It's a big state, but
let's go look on the Podbean side. So I know we've talked about this before, but we host on 2 different places so that it can syndicate to as many places as possible. One side we have to host, or one side hosts everything as an MP3, the other side hosts everything as an MP4. So takes a little bit of time to get both of them put together, but hey, we got a new follower on Podbean, by the way. Straight tripping, no joke.
Nice. Don't start tripping.
The
Craig.
tags, yeah, straight tripping and a picture of a Rottweiler.
Oh.
Thanks for the follow, sir. Let's see. Statistics.
Yeah, we hadn't looked at these in a while. I don't know.
So Pennsylvania is in the lead for the month of September.
Oh. Nice.
Which is not, we're not very far into that one. We didn't have an episode last week because it was chaos right before the holiday weekend.
Yeah, Rhydon, he moved into a new house, so.
Yeah, and we've almost got everything moved in here now. It's just we've got to finish getting stuff put together. I've got media room and the office painted. No, it's never done. I'm set up in our media room temporarily because I've got a whole podcast studio to build at some point. We'll get there. That'll be some great content.
Yep. All right. Well, we got to get... I'm going to get this drink going while you look
get to that drink. Get to that drink. So live train events, articles coming up. It was a terrible time. Yeah, terrible time. I finally did finish the first article, and then I moved and broke everything down and haven't posted the thing. I think we're going for Ramblin' Rhino as the old column.
There you go.
Yeah, the Ramblin' Rhino column.
I like it.
If anybody has better ideas, throw it at me. Ramblin' on.
Oh, see, our notes are jacked. We got to throw on the notes there. We do have a Crawlspace Confession.
Oh, we do, and it's a good one. I have to put that later after the unupdated article segment.
All right, go ahead and type that in. All right, so for the bourbon guys, I'm a bourbon guy. I got me some bourbon here, but I really wanted an old fashioned, and I don't have all the stuff to do it. So I am tinkering here. So I've got some Basil Hayden toast edition, so it's a little toasty. Kentucky straight bourbon here. I've got some orange bitters. And for the cherry, I've got like straight cherry juice in the fridge.
That
here.
works. That works.
Right? A little splash
Yep.
of each. Let's see what we got here. Well, you don't have to put much of that orange bitters in there. It says 2 dashes. Anybody know what a dash is? That's like the top of your index finger nail full of bitters.
Ding,
It's
ding.
like, splash. Well, that's actually
like
not bad.
Is that the R&D old fashioned?
I guess, yeah.
I think you should write. You should put a recipe together.
So I don't have a sugar cube which this juice is sweet enough. And I don't have an orange zest
You always do a little simple syrup.
Yep. That's kind of what this cherry juice is.
I guess, yeah, that's true. I guess that works.
Yeah, that maraschino cherry juice is serious. All right.
Well, nothing super fancy for me today. Did it even show up? Oh,
No, did you crack that thing?
yeah. Did you not even hear it?
No.
Are you serious?
You're going to have to crush
I
that
guess
one.
I'm
and
gonna
crack
I'll have
another
to
one.
crush it and crack another one here in a minute.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out these new mics. We got the gain
Yep.
cranked, but you got to stay on them, which is good because you don't pick up a lot of background noise. But all right, so what do we got? We've had a lot going on.
Yeah, it's
gotta
been
catch
it's
up.
been it's been busy.
We got
So,
some swag shop updates, right?
yep, we got some. All right, so post continued technical difficulties.
God, I thought it
know
did
we
it
were
again.
talking about- yeah, I'll pause for a minute and really mess up Dennis's mind.
Swag shop.
So yeah, swag shop trade crew coming in hot. We've got a lot of cool new stuff. I don't want to give it all away yet, but I guess we could say it is a nice selection of outdoor leisure accoutrements. I'll say that.
What is that word?
Accoutrement?
Accoutrements?
Accoutrement.
That's a new one, dude.
Accessory.
I don't know that one.
You've never heard that word?
No.
Let me give you. I'll go over here where I got the definition of loogie.
I mean,
and
I'm
I'll
looking at
throw-
that. I'm looking at that word on the screen, and I'm like, that can't be spelled right. But I don't even know what the word is.
So it is additional items of dress or equipment or other items carried or worn by a person or used for a particular activity. So outdoor leisure accoutrement.
Why do you got to say it like that?
Accoutrement.
Oh, no, I don't know that word. No, fresh out. Okay. So some outdoor stuff coming.
Yep, got some cool outdoor stuff coming.
Hashtag trade crew.
Yep, exactly. Key term there. So yeah, and I know we're gonna have to do some more hats. I know we need to look at. I think we need to get some classic ones back.
I like these new ones. I think we need the new ones in some
Just
different
go all
colors.
in. Just go all in. New colors.
Well,
Okay.
I like these new big patch ones, man. They're growing
Yeah,
on
I
me.
know.
They just need to be in. Do we get like a dad hat, like a 47, like a non-structured hat? I know that's
don't
not
know.
really trade crew style, but
No, it's not.
I know it's hard to beat a Richardson.
It's hard to beat the old Richardson U-Pongs. Are just it's classic.
We're running up on wintertime here. Maybe a structured. Oh, you know what?
Full coverage.
Yeah, Richardson makes my burial brewery hat is like a wool Richardson hat. It's not
I have to look
mesh.
and see.
I'll send you the
what all
number. It's like
options we got.
it's got a number, but I don't remember what it is. It's a sweet hat though. For a patch, it'd be money.
Let's just see.
I love that black and white patch hat. I wear that thing all the time. I strolled into my local pizza place, Twin Brothers Pizza here in Valdez, and here goes the owner, one of the twins, strolling through the restaurant with the orange HVAC R&D hat on.
Yes.
I was like, hey, look at that guy. He's a hat guy. He's always got something different on.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll definitely have to take a look at this, because there's not a ton of color options in stock in the full coverage.
Well, no. I mean, a gray or a...
Looks like
black.
black or royal, maybe. Then, there are some dad hats.
Yeah.
So there's some white, black, dark gray.
I can't wear the dad hat because I don't have any hair, or a top, like the top of my head. Like, I don't have a big forehead, so it just
no five head.
It looks like a derby on me. It just falls flat, like straight flat.
Yeah, I think back in the day, I wore some 47s or some dad hats, but I haven't.
Corey loves them. Like, he's got hair to hold it up.
Well, and I remember all the different fitted, had like so many different fitted Red Sox and Braves hats.
I'm a new era hat, like
oh, yeah.
Structured, fitted. I'm a 7 1/8. Like, let's go. I got a new Hickory Crawdads.
Hickory.
59.50.
Dude, I saw an article the other day about a kid getting hit at a Hickory Crawdads game.
I was there.
A foul ball or something. Was that the same day?
Yeah, I was there.
Yee.
It was an infant. Dude, I forgot about that. So it was a foul ball. She was up at the picnic tables feeding the baby.
Oh, jeez.
So up at the picnic tables, the baby was like, dude, 6 weeks.
Yeah, young.
Really small, which, hey, there's a bunch of that in there. They're just like, and I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, it was like 1,000 degrees. It was not 6-week-old baby time.
Yeah, it was not
the ball
6-week-old weather at the ball game.
Anyway, so she was up there. Foul ball comes. She had her kids, two small kids. She leans over, like, covers their head. The baby is literally got its head between her ear and her shoulder, right? She's holding it. And it still hits the kid in the head.
Jeez.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on, with that. I think,
I mean,
stable now, but,
and there's no prediction
that was like,
or for that, or
dude, that was like,
how random.
What's that movie? Final Destination. I mean, come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, every time I get behind a logging truck, I'm like, nope, going around this guy.
Yep.
Like, not happening today.
To this day. Not a fan.
No, dude, those movies.
Dadgum.
Those movies get me. I can't do them.
Oh, the freaking trash disposals. Ooh.
No, but you watch those movies, you just won't leave your house. You're like, nope. Then you just trip and fall downstairs.
Yeah. I'm waiting to trip and fall down the ones in this house. I swear.
I told you, until you get some runners on there, you better not go strolling down them with some socks on.
Dude, did I tell you Riker took a belly slide down him the other day?
Oh, it's not hard to do.
He stepped on his beard because it was before we take him to get cut, and his beard was getting really long. I swear he stepped on his beard and then slipped, and he was like, do.
Oh, wow.
And I caught him like halfway down the stairs because I hit, and he seemed halfway scared and halfway not at the same time. Because like when he was little, we would take him to a playground and he would run down the slides. He freaking loved it.
Oh yeah.
I've got videos of him going down the slides when he was little. It's too funny.
Corey, when we were in the townhome, the Cozy Cone, he ate it at least once a week. I mean, his nickname is Calamity Corey anyway. So he'd come, we'd hear, brrr. He's like, I'm all right. We're like, okay. You miss that first one and you're just at the bottom, just like that.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, update on the trailer. I know I keep sending out little teasers on Instagram. I swear I'm actually building a trailer. It's not a lie. I got the tankless in there. I installed the mini split the other day. So the outdoor and the head's in there. I got a 110 volt, 12,000 BTU in there. Gen 3 Bosch. Pretty nice little deal. You can take a screw out and pull the whole blower assembly out. Pretty slick. I'll do like that. Little cells there. Slide that in there on you. Okay. So I dropped it off this morning to get the trailer wrapped. So it's getting a full wrap on it with all the Keystone and Bosch stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for that video after you talk to me about it.
I mean, I've been taking pictures from day one, and it's a lot. It's going to be overwhelming on Instagram. I should have just posted it as I went, but I didn't.
No, we want to blow everyone's minds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a 7x16, and yeah, Rhydon's seen it. It's a little at a time. So today I was actually doing some welding at the shop. I've got a 15 SEER package unit, a Bosch package unit heat pump inverter pack that put plexiglass all the way around, LED lights all inside, and I'm putting it up on like giant 8-inch casters, like rubber, so I can roll it on the trailer and off. I installed a 240 volt plug, like an outlet on it, so I can twist in like almost like a generator plug, twist that in, plugged it into the trailer, and just have that pack running outside. You know what I might do? It just hit me. I'm gonna hook a duct to that discharge to the AC side, and I'm gonna just let it blow in the trailer.
Yeah, why not?
Genius. I need some flex, Rhydon.
I got you.
A 14,
I got you,
14,
boo. I'll get that up there too.
I need a 14 squared around, and I don't care. You can give me some. It's constant torque. Give me some. Do you want a filter grill? You want a filter grill on it? No, I'm just let it suck in some parking lot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just cut a little 1-inch on, tape it on there. So yeah, I got that going. I welded the caster. What's up, trade crew? Welcome back to the same episode of HVAC R&D. You don't realize it, but this is day 2 of trying to record this episode. We got new drinks for you. We got all kind of stuff. So, I think we left off at, say it, Rhydon?
Accoutrements.
You don't have to get closer to the mic.
I can't help it. I got used to it for 20 minutes yesterday. So now I'm like all up in its grill.
Yeah, so every time we were trying to record, it records 11 minutes and then cuts Rhydon off. We don't know if it's his internet or if it was his laptop, so we're going to attempt it again.
Yep, so around 11 minutes, we'll wrap it up, and then
yeah, we're going to start just posting shorts, 22-minute episodes.
Yep, that works.
All right, so let's so if it sounds a little different or we sound like we're in a different mood, it's because it's a different day.
Yeah, different day. Yeah, so I guess should Should I start over?
Hey,
you can hear it today.
I've got one that I'm going to crack here shortly. A little drink, a little special drink, because it's special drink show.
Ooh.
The bourbon was good. I finished that off. The homemade, I don't know what I want to call that. I hate to call it an old fashioned, but it was.
I think it's the R&D fashion.
The R&D fashion, yes.
And I'll have to listen back to the episode, and I'll make a little recipe card for it. Just throw it up there.
I know. I gotta tweak it a little bit. All right. So let's finish catching up here, and then we'll get into some HVAC stuff.
Oh, and there's the garage.
There's the garage. Ryan's got a garage now.
Yep, I have a garage now. I'm sitting on top of it. Still, yep, Cody is still here. But I guess where I'm temporarily set up, you can feel the garage opener. I think it's mounted like right underneath my feet.
I had a garage. I still do now, but it doesn't have an electric opener on it. It's a manual.
Manuel garage door. Yes.
Yeah. So new trailer build is still underway. I've got the mini split in, tankless in. It's getting wrapped today, actually. So the wrap guys are wrapping it in the truck.
I was gonna say, did you leave the truck too? I didn't know if you were leaving.
No. I brought the truck. When I go back to get the trailer, they're gonna throw it. We're just doing lettering on the truck, so
gotcha.
He'll throw that on there. Yep, Corey is officially at App State. We've received like 2 pictures, so I guess he's alive. Saw him Saturday at the game, the home opener. That was pretty fun. He got to play on the field with the band, so.
Were you able to get any video or pictures of him playing?
Yeah, we had the first row on the upper deck. Well, that stadium's not big, but
it's got a great view from the stadium, though.
Yeah, it's not a big. There's no bad seat in there.
No,
but no, they play before. So they play before the game out in the parking lot. So we got good video of that. You know, Mama got to see her.
Yep, got to see her boy. Have her proud mama moment.
Her baby.
That's it.
So we saw him a little bit, and he was on the field. He was pretty pumped. They won. It's all good. It's a long day. Do the tailgating, the game. It's a long day. Kylie was a trooper. She's not a huge sports fan. But yeah, new news on Kylie. She is going to be playing middle school golf. Secretly inside, I'm jumping up and down screaming, right? But
yep.
Trying to just be a supportive dad.
Wait, does that mean we can do another youth sports sponsorship, maybe?
Yes. And we got an update.
I know tournaments are getting ready to start up on
fishing. Yep.
Yes.
Fishing's getting ready to kick off. She wears the HVAC R&D sweatshirt every day to school, apparently.
Yep.
So she's rocking that. Yeah, we got to have to come out with some dad hats for Kylie.
We need some dad hats.
Golf wear.
Yeah, dad hat, golf wear, and God, we've got to reorder. We're going to have to reorder Pink Warrior hats.
Yeah, sleeveless polo for the ladies.
There you go.
For the golfers.
Yes.
So yeah, that was good. Today, actually, I finished up the 20 SEER connected Bosch cart that I will drag around. It's got 3-ton outdoor on a 2-ton air handler, so that's always neat.
Yep.
And I welded some casters on the 15 SEER package unit, so that's neat. I think I already mentioned that. Like I said, this is 2 shows. So,
yep.
Finished that up today. Runs on the generator well. Did all that. I got training next week, so about to hit the road. Road show.
Yeah, road show's coming up. Speaking of road show, we will be out and about in the Raleigh area on the 26th, Greensboro on the 27th, and in Charlotte on the 28th. All of September, I will get that into the event stuff, and we'll put some more stuff up. But Keystone will be out supporting Bosch and me with Insight, and Dennis and I will have some R&D stuff there as well. So we'll definitely get that out there. Everybody come by and see us, get some stickers, hang out with us, take a photo.
Yeah, these are counter days that.
Yep.
Because Rhydon's, he's on the Bosch side now with his distributor. So, counter days where I drag this trailer around, we'll be there. We'll have a little table for HVAC R&D.
Yep. If you want to see this badass trailer in action.
Yep. Hopefully it'll hold up.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
It's probably the biggest thing I've built on the HVAC side as far as training goes.
Yeah, I'll definitely say that.
I mean, I've built a bunch of carts before, but man, I love building these carts. It's fun.
Hey, at least you remembered to put the cart before the horse. Kylie will appreciate that so much.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she did throw that out there.
Cheers to you, Kylie.
All right, so yeah, what we got going on?
So I had a project that a contractor was going to walk to get a materials list, and he showed up to walk these townhomes, and there were no stairs between the floors. So he gets there and he's calling the builder. He said, "Man, why did you call me over here?" He's like, "Oh, well, you need to go through and get a materials list." He said, "How would you like me to do that? You've got 10-foot ceilings and no stairs." He said, "And I'm 5 foot nothing." So, to be determined on materials list for that next set of townhomes until there's stairs in place. And then I know I've been working on some strategy stuff with new markets that we're expanding on, and it's doing that study of, right product, right time, in the right market.
Right.
Dennis is writing me notes.
No, I'm just typing myself notes.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know where to put it.
I don't know where to put it. I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I know. You carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, right products, right time. There's still a lot of people that don't know that Bosch has a package inverter heat pump. That one's still getting out there. It's a newer product, but it's very interesting because there's really no other base product, especially on the package heat pump side, that starts at 15. I think it's 15.1, 15.2s here from the jump. Everything else, you're barely hitting, 13.4 for all the single stage stuff that's out there.
Yeah. Well, we got Bosch has a 15 SEER, and then we have an 18 night. Some people call it 19. It's an 18 SEER pack.
Yep. And the main difference is the 15 SEER is a dedicated horizontal, and then the 18 is convertible. But we've had...
Yeah, that sits on carrier footprint.
And it also has an ability for, you can drop a leg of power if you're wanting to put it in a commercial application. We've had some people quote it that way. I know you guys have sold it that way several times with a different distributor. So that's a really interesting option there to have a way to have some real true high efficient inverter stuff on a commercial application.
So fun, this is a packaged unit show, looks like.
A package unit
show. I keep thinking of all this stuff. So I get these calls, just to throw it out there. I get these calls from homeowners randomly in this position now, right? Because a homeowner will go on there, search heat pump, Bosch comes up. They can't find a contractor. Keystone's name might pop up, right? Because it's just tied to it, the rep. Well, they call Keystone because they think Keystone's going to come put it in. They call Keystone. The guys at the shop in Pottstown, the inside sales team, they give them my phone number, so which is fine. So today, it's funny you say that. Today I got a call. This was actually a Bosch employee. I get that a lot too. Their IT or their HR department. This guy lives in Charlotte. Somebody give him my number. Hey, call Dennis.
Yep.
So I answer the phone like, he's like, yeah, so I work for Bosch, and I was looking at this. I'm trying to figure out what system I need for my house. I'm like, okay. What do you got? He said, well, I have a, now this is a younger guy, sounds educated, right? But they don't know. They just don't know, right? Homeowners they think, they can look it up. So he goes, yeah, let me, my system's like 16 years old. He said, I want something with a little more staging. I'm like, oh, okay. So what do you got currently? He's like, well, I have a gas pack outside. Then I have a furnace. And I said, oh, so the package unit is all in one outside, and then a furnace could be it's inside. And he's like, no, it's all outside.
Oh boy.
So 10 minutes later, we determined he had a gas pack. So that's all he has is a gas pack. He thought he had a package unit and a furnace, anyway. So I said, well, we don't make, Bosch doesn't make a gas pack. It's all heat pump driven, full electric. He said, okay. He said, yeah, but I like my gas heat. And I said, well, we don't have that. We don't have a gas pack. They're not putting money into engineering that.
I was waiting for him to be like, well, just put me a furnace in there.
So he goes, so then we keep going down this wrong path. And I'm like, ideally, like, what do you want? He said, I wish I could just put a giant dehumidifier in my house, to be honest. I'm like, that's what it is. I said, well, you talking about a humidifier? Because it's dry, gas heat's dry. No. I don't want it to be more wet. I want it to be dry. I'm like, okay. He's like, I just need like a giant dehumidifier. I'm like, well, that's what it is. He's like, no, you know what I mean. I'm like, no, I don't. You need like a 3-ton General Air dehumidifier. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I said, that's what an air conditioner is. It dehumidifies. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm like, no, I don't. I was like, do you like gas heat? He's like, yeah. And I said, well, we don't. Bosch doesn't. And this guy works for Bosch. I said, Bosch don't have a product for you to replace that gas pack. He's like, all right, well, thanks for your time. I'm like,
still don't get
I'll never get that time back in my life. It was like 45 minutes. It's almost like he just wanted to chat about stuff, but
sometimes they just want to run everything by you so that they can go talk to someone else and not feel as dumb.
Well, everything I told him that we could do, he's like, well, no, I don't like that. No, I just want this. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, okay. You just need a gas pack from another brand. We don't have a gas pack. I'm shocked that we have a furnace. I feel like Bosch, a lot of brands are not putting any money into the latest, greatest furnace.
You have furnaces?
Yeah, right.
You do? Can I have some? My warehouse is empty. No.
Ryan's beating me up on the furnaces. They're in the cloud.
Sell a lot of dual fuel in the cloud. Yeah. They're preventing acid rain in the clouds is what they're doing by not being shipped.
So while we're on homeowners, I know I've been beating up homeowners the last few episodes, but trying to help you guys out on dealing with a homeowner. Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh yeah, it is. It's never easy.
I think it's a new trade to have. I've been hitting a wall with some contractors that, this could be a whole nother episode, right? Where they're scared to go back in there and tell the homeowner what's really happening because they're scared of social media.
Yep.
Posts, reviews. Are they going to say the wrong thing? They're going to never be able to put another unit in that neighborhood again. When I go to these site visits, I had one last week. You can tell the contractor's like, I ain't going back in there and telling them what you just told me.
Yeah, they're done.
And I'm like, we have to. Like, we have to be straight up with them. And I don't mind going and taking the beating, but contractors are getting to the point where there is no, it's just, yes, ma'am, we'll get you a new one. You know, there is no, well, you know, this is what happened. We've got it fixed now. Yes, we had to put another part on it. That doesn't mean we just knocked off 8 years of its life. You know what I mean? They're just like, no, give me another one.
Yeah, no joke.
And you can't, we can't. Like, the problem, so this site visit I went to was a package unit. It was an 18 SEER. And the one thing that I've learned with the Bosch package units is if you fire them up, it says in the book to force them in put them in force mode and check superheat and subcool. Well, it's a package unit.
Yep. Nobody thinks about that.
You reach in there and hit the force button, it's going to force, and then you can look at your pressures, check your subcool. If you open the door and swing it around, we only have one EEV on this product. And when you hit the force button, it ramps the compressor to 100%. The EEV, wherever it's at, it stays right there, just the logic. So that line going to the coil is frozen. It starts frosting over. Now, 99% of the contractors don't see that happening because it's all behind all the stuff. When you pull it all apart and you're trying to stick some clamps up in there, you're going to see it happen. And I had a guy call me and he said, this thing keeps freezing up. We've been out here 3 or 4 times. He finally calls me. We go out there. I realize there's no problem at all. But the homeowner is like, it's just not keeping up. It's just not keeping up. When it gets really hot, it's not keeping up. I said, okay, I believe you. Well, let's check the static. Check static pressure. It's over what the system can handle. It's like a 0.9. It's high. We adjust the airflow, get it down. It still needs a little more return, which is also why it doesn't keep up. On a really, really hot day, we're just not removing enough heat. So it's a little shy on the return, but we got the static to about a 0.57. I could not tell the homeowner that they were good. Just wasn't buying it. Like, nah, y'all been out here. Now, I was out there for 2 hours, right? Just methodically going through everything. That doesn't look good either. The Bosch guys there, like the Bosch reps there. 2 contractors are there with me. It's a full squad. And they're full just hanging out in the shade, and I'm over there working on the unit.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't help any.
No, they're looking out the window like, what are they doing? They can't figure this out.
Sometimes less is more when it comes to the amount of people that go to a job site. You don't want to overwhelm it, and you don't want it to look like there's people that literally are just doing nothing, because that'll just make the homeowner that much more antsy.
Right.
And I've seen that in commercial job sites too. I remember doing a job site for a customer in Mooresville. We had like 6 people out there on the roof of this place with one guy, and it was on a spa. And this lady is like, what in the hell is going on with you people? It's like, does it really take 6 people to help you figure something out? Because the other problem is it runs into unintentionally, making the contractor look like he's, less capable of doing what his job is.
That's really hard. That's another one to try to juggle is, first, usually I walk up to the homeowner and say, listen, I'm the rep for Bosch, the technical rep, and I'm going to take a look at your system. I don't have any skin in the game here. If we need to rip it out, we'll rip it out. If we need to change a part, we can get parts. I let them know, like, hey, because of the, how old it is, if it's new, I don't want to be cutting into the refrigeration circuit and doing all that. I understand they're not going to go for that. So, but I went over it with this lady. I went back inside and said, listen, I found a couple things, nothing on your contractor, but I found a couple things, tweaked a few things. There's actually nothing. She's like, well, what about it freezing up? I was like, well, I'm thinking, how the heck am I supposed to explain this? You know? I was like, well, when you put it in force mode, it does that, but he just happened to see it. A lot of times it's doing it. Nobody even pays it any mind. There's a way to trick that unit into operating the EEV as well, but it's just not needed. So it's a package unit. He buttoned up some ductwork. It's that. It's working. She said, yeah, but it ain't keeping up. And I said, so that comes down to the airflow. I made some adjustments. I mean, how do I say he didn't know what he was doing?
Yeah, and that's the problem. You can't.
I said, I made some adjustments, you know, and can you let me just give me one more week and let it run, and let's see how it does.
Yeah.
First of all, it was 69 degrees in the house when I left. Let's just, you know.
Yeah. At what point did you want it, and what was the outdoor?
It wasn't 85. Okay, the unit has never been broke down.
Yeah.
They say on a really, 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 really hot day, it drifts 2 or 3 degrees above set point, which is 70.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I shouldn't even be over there. But what I'm saying is I'm over there
outside that day.
Yeah, it's been really hot. And what I'm saying is the contractor's real quick now to call out a third party or a rep or whatever because they're not comfortable telling the homeowner what's going on.
100%.
And especially the smaller, right? The owner, he's out there with the tools. He's got to go in there and tell her, look, there's actually, it's going to drift up, you know. Your ductwork on this house, I give you a quote on the ductwork and you didn't want to do it. This return's only bringing in so much, it's only removing so much heat. And the load on your house today is higher than what the return can pull out. So it's going to go up. But it's not going to do it all summer. Or you want to spend $4,000 on a duct system. I mean, you didn't want to do that. So, but they don't want to have those conversations. It's tough love. You know what I mean?
No,
so,
that's the truth.
I keep running into that more and more. And guess what? It comes down to, and this is, it's kind of a new thing. If that homeowner is not happy and they get on the internet, man, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that's a high risk there. I mean, I'm not in the field anymore running a business, so it's hard for me to say, do you throw it in another guy's court just to save your, I mean.
Well, and again, that just comes down to, that's also, the generation or the newer generation of contractor too, is they're more used to communication that way as opposed to directly, or person to person. They're so used to doing everything on the phone or everything on the computer that they get in these situations where unfortunately they're just, I guess I almost would say socially awkward.
Yeah. Because
they're so used to just using some other means of communicating as opposed to just directly talking to somebody. And I think that's only going to get, in a lot of ways, it's only going to get worse if we don't find ways to really start getting communications training into trade schools too. I think you're going to end up having to put things into trade schools like public speaking and other things so that people can be more comfortable talking to not contractors, but homeowners.
Well, we had installers, Dave, I bring Dave up on this show. Dave, if you're listening, bud, text me. It's been like 20 years. Anyway, I bring Dave up on the show, right? Him and JP, our install crew, I'm talking about they were the Jeff and the Flintstone installs back in the day, but nobody took pictures and posted them, right? But they were doing those installs minus the LED lighting back then, and we moved Dave up to service, and he could not talk to a homeowner. He was extremely uncomfortable. Now, you want to tell him to go in there and take her the bill for the change out, and here it is. Here's your paperwork for your thermostat. thank you, I'm out. But
well, I think the difference of that one is it's one thing. He's like, yep, I knew I was coming here to do the job. I did the job because I knew how to do it. Here you go. It's totally different when you're on the spot to figure out the problem as opposed to already having the solution in hand. Like, you're done. Thank you.
right. So I changed that motor, and that's not exactly what it was.
Yep.
It's actually a bad compressor. You know, those are horrible conversations to have. And that's a whole, like you said, that's a whole nother training class.
Yeah.
I feel like we lean on selling a homeowner a lot for training, but genuinely having a conversation with a homeowner and saying, listen, this is what happened. This is your option. That's becoming really tactful. Like you're dancing around in there. But yes, not everybody can do that. I enjoy doing it. It's like a chess game to me. It's like,
that's true.
I love it.
I'm trying to remember.
It can get dicey though.
I'm trying to remember probably one of the most awkward ones I had. It was with Greg. Imagine that. I love that guy to death, but I swear he finds some interesting people.
Yep.
So anyway, we were at this person's house. It was a 17-seer 2-stage system. And, well, 3-stage outdoor, 2-stage indoor. It was maybe 2016, right when the UP17s and RH2Ts came out for Rude.
Yep.
And he put in a 3-ton system in this house, and it just, it ran like a champ, and then it didn't. And I couldn't figure out initially why. And so I go over there. I take Steve. Back in the day, Steve was our tech rep. I remember meeting Steve when I was like 4 or 5 years old. It's so interesting that the people that I've known for a long time in this industry I ended up working with at some points. That's a whole other story.
Yep.
But that's also what made me overly loyal to places I was before, because there was that bit of nostalgia that kept me tied there.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so we go to this house, and the reason the unit is not working is because the lady refuses to put her couch anywhere but on top of the return grill.
Oh boy, I've been to a bunch of those.
So it can't breathe. And they had rearranged their living room after the install. So, initially he put the return where they thought it would be fine and open. And typical homeowner, oh, well, I don't want people to see this on my floor. I'm going to cover it up. Well, when you do that, your system's not going to work, lady. It's just not. So he and I were trying to figure out if there was any way to move this return. And it just wasn't happening. It was an older house that had been remodeled. There was no room to move or do anything different than what they had done. And it just became a constant problem, just over and over and over. Like, oh, well, they've got another issue. I'm like, we all know what the issue is.
Yeah, it's not an issue.
It's not an issue. It's literally they've got to move a piece of furniture. I know she doesn't like it, but if she wants to have any form of comfort in her house besides where she sits, she's got to move that thing.
Yeah, and it may be okay on a mild day, right?
Yeah, but
that
when
lady's packaging it worked great until it was really hot. It's like having a really dirty filter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just can't get rid of the heat.
No.
Yeah, so I've been battling that here lately.
I'm going to grab a beer. Hold on.
Well, hey, wait a minute. I'm going to go get one too.
Okay. Beer break.
I'm going to put on the music.
seriously hope people can hear this music.
No, they can't. Oh, well, yeah, they can.
I was going to say, I hope they will. I figure you'll drop that on in there.
I love that blues jazz night jam
perfect.
there.
Perfect.
Okay, so what did you grab? Same thing?
Yep.
All right, so I got a little special for the halfway through the show here. I've drank this one time before on the show. Can't remember the episode, but Tracy grabbed some at some point again. I am drinking a Cutwater.
Hey, there it is.
White Russian.
Nice.
14% alcohol in a 12 ounce. Is this 12 ounce can? Yeah, 12 ounce can. Comes with 2 shots of Cutwater vodka, coffee cream liqueur.
Nice.
Let's see what it sounds like. You know, this is gonna. I think it made my lips numb last time I drank it. Let's see here. Oh, smells like a yoo-hoo.
Like it.
Let me see here. Woo! Jeez.
Hello.
Jeez.
I can't
these
feel my
things are-
face when I'm with you.
So take a 12 ounce Coke or a can and pour 2 shots of vodka in it.
Yep.
I mean, let's just think about that. That's a lot. Oh, you feel that going all the way down.
I know we've got some
good,
Cutwaters laying around. I think
Dude, they
they're
got
all
a really
margarita
good
stuff.
yeah, they've got a good whiskey sour. They're no joke though. I'm just letting you know. They're
No, they're stout.
I mean, it's a sipping situation here. This is it's a cult classic redefined. It says
Cult classic redefined.
cult, yeah, White Russian. It's thin though, right? It's not like one you'd make. I always thought I couldn't drink too many of them. I mean, it tastes like a yoo-hoo to me, with a little gas behind it. But okay,
I should have said I can't feel my face when I drink you instead of with you.
yeah.
That would have been better. Corey, remix. Get it.
So Rhydon had a birthday.
I did.
Congrats, bud. I mean, do we even care anymore? I don't.
I am a solid 37 years young.
37.
But I will say, twice last week I was told I looked like I was in my mid-20s, so I'll take it.
Really?
Yeah, it made me feel great.
Dang. What was who was that?
Just random people.
Oh. Yeah, I don't
What
get
up?
that.
Yeah, one at work, like, really? I was like, yeah.
So I was gonna do. We went. What did we go? We went to. We took the kayaks to the lake. We're pretty close to the lake now, and me and Tracy are just sitting there on the bank there. I look down. I'm like, I'm gonna do a no shave. I'm gonna do a no shave for the rest of the year on my chest and back.
Oh, God.
Oh boy. I looked down and I had one white hair right in the center of my chest, and I just plucked it out. And I'm like, did you see that? She's like, oh, I've seen it.
I've been seeing that.
I've
Thank
been
you for
seeing
taking
it.
care of
I'm
that.
glad you pulled. I'm like, that's just not good. It's just not good. 41 over here.
I get told I have new gray hairs all the time. I'm like, well, it's your fault.
I feel like nowadays, like one of the guys that works for Bosch that me and Ryan have worked with, he's probably your age, and he's like straight salt and pepper. Oh, Jeremy over there?
Yeah. Actually, no. I think he's older than you think. Believe it or not.
You sure?
I
Yeah,
think
but he's
so.
I mean, he's literally like gray headed.
Yeah,
But
it's
he's
definitely
in
salt and
his
pepper.
early 40s. If yeah, I mean, my beard's starting to get all it's like hodgepodge colors for real. It's all kind of stuff. Orange.
Mine has always been hodgepodge colors.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna grow it out. The shoulders, the arms, just grow it all out. I think
You'll be like Jack Sparrow. How'd you make that rope with the hair on my back?
my shirt is not even going to touch my skin if I let it ride. Oh man.
And we just lost every female listener.
No.
Sorry, ladies.
No, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think I could do it. I have to keep her trimmed up.
You're so well groomed.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, sorry about that. Anyway.
So,
No shave November. November just wouldn't be long enough. It's got to be longer than November. It's got to be the whole year. So I've never been able to do that on my face either, by the way. I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can only do it to a point, and I'm like, nope.
So house update.
Yep. So we got the office, finished painting the office, finished painting the media room. We've got almost all the furniture, at least over here, that we're going to keep. We sold some more stuff today. I was selling old patio furniture before I got back over here to part 3 of our show here. I know I went and bought some new tools yesterday.
Oh yeah, Ryan's been in the apartment. He ain't been in the tool game.
Well,
not homeowner tools.
Well, and I had a lot of my tools stolen when my car was stolen back in 2017, and a good bit of them I didn't replace, and what I did replace was different than I had before. So I wasn't
hadn't really needed them either.
Yeah, and so I wasn't thinking about it. I still had, some of my old drill bit sets, but the newer drill motor I'd bought was that quick change chuck. So I had to buy a new set of drill bits and everything yesterday so I can use them. Because I've got to screw some pilot holes and some other stuff for remounting TVs and everything else in here. Which we finally got all that stuff over here. So I got to start getting that done.
I can't wait when I build my house here in 6 months or a year or so to have HDMI and an outlet behind the TV.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The townhome I was in, cords running down the wall. Hate that. Absolutely hate that. Because that townhome was built in 06, maybe 01. It's just, it wasn't a thing, right?
Yeah.
And the house I'm in now that I'm renting from a buddy while we're remodeling it ain't got that set up. So I'm going to have, first of all, Apple TVs only. Sorry, Fire Stick. What junk, man.
Dude.
They're good. They're awesome for like
TVs.
6 months.
Absolutely. They're not even good for 6 days. Fire
I've
TVs
had an Apple TV, no lie, for 10 years. It's like a Gen 2. I have never cleaned it up. I've never done a thing to it. And it's just like click, click, click. You click on something, boom, opens. Click on something, boom, opens. Apple, it is what it is, man. Sorry, we may have just lost Android listeners too. But
it's okay. I'm still here.
Yeah, that's right. We still got Rhydon. They have that side of technology, the firewall or whatever they got going on there. It's a lock, man.
Now, we've always had Roku TVs.
Well, so Roku,
and I've not had any issues out of them at all. They've been. I'm not gonna
say anything about Roku. I do have one now in the bedroom, a Roku, and I love the remote. I don't have anything plugged into the TV, right? But, the Apple TV, you got a little, like for the living room, you got the controller as like, you can use it for a game or two. Obviously, we don't do that anymore, but you know what I mean? The software, it's just always there when you need it. It's just, those Fire Sticks, man, I don't know how they still sell those. I'm just not going to lie.
I don't either. Because that was we've got to buy one TV to put in the media room. And I was
that's
trying
gonna be
to
at 80, right?
80. I'm gonna get an 85. It's the biggest thing I
That
can
a
see.
boy.
About the biggest thing I can see. Now I think.
Does that one mount?
Yeah, it'll definitely have to be a wall mount. One
No,
more
I'm
reason.
saying. Oh, I was gonna say. I thought it might sit on feet.
Well,
Some
I
of
mean,
those are.
Well, and I could put it on feet. I mean, we've got.
I mean, the ones at the
entertainment
shop
center
are
it should fit on.
70s, and I could almost hang it by myself, dude. I mean, they're heavy, but they're not.
No,
Can you imagine
they're
a
more awkward.
Can you imagine
than
a
they are heavy.
70-inch tube TV?
Oh God. Well, and I mean, I remember like jumbo screens. I had some friends of mine whose parents had some, and I remember how big
Projection.
those things were.
Yeah, they were like 6 foot from the wall.
I swear we didn't have, or I didn't have a TV that was over like 32, 35 inches until.
Oh, that was the living room TV.
Yeah, that was the living
Getting
room
into
TV.
the 30s, that was where everybody watched TV.
Yeah, it's like I grew up using like a 13-inch TV in the room, and then they had a built-in VCR, and then I
Yeah, what a
remember,
contraption that was.
yeah, no joke. And then I remember for my like 15th birthday, maybe, Mom went in. No, excuse me, my brother-in-law helped me buy a 20-inch Sony flat screen, but it was like the deep flat screen. It was still in the room; it still works to this day. But that thing was a great TV. But God,
So what was
my,
that?
It
It
was
was
heavy.
the one where you couldn't lay it. It was gel, like plasma. The plasma TV, the flat screen plasmas.
Yep.
Like they were finicky as hell. Like you couldn't.
Well,
like,
this one's not plastic.
like a
or not
refrigerator,
plastic. This
like-
one was a LCD.
oh, LCD. Okay.
Yeah, it was a flat screen LCD. But I swear it was deeper than it was like wide. Like the thing was huge.
God, I watched.
It weighed
In
like
high
100
school,
pounds.
I had a 14-inch tube,
Yes.
and you know they measured. I swear they measured the 3 inches of plastic around it too,
I do too.
and that's what I watched all episodes of Seinfeld on in high school. On the old. You imagine when that first TV came out with a built-in VCR, how people just their minds were just blown.
Yep.
It had to be just so I don't have a separate one. It's like they're like, this is it. I mean, this is technology cannot go any further than this.
Well, and that's like every time I think about my dad, the amount of like technological change he has absorbed in
Right.
his life. And I feel like during our lifetime, it's going to be probably 10 times that because stuff continues to just develop exponentially faster. It's like no wonder we get all stressed out from half of this stuff anyway. It's just, ooh, it's a lot.
So that's a good point. I've never thought
That's
of
a
that.
lot,
So your
man.
dad. Yeah, I mean, me and you were sitting here thinking, yeah, I mean, we had tube TVs. Like, go back 20-something, 30-something more years, and he was there, and what he's seeing now.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, he was born in 41.
Also, speaking of talking to a homeowner, let that dude walk in there and talk to a homeowner.
Yeah.
Because guess what? He don't have a website. He don't have social media. He's gonna tell her what's wrong with the unit. If she don't like it, she can cram it.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Pretty
it.
much.
I mean, he's gonna be super honest. Cajun Joe is gonna tell her this is what's going on. He's gonna be courteous, and when she says no, you just got to get me a new one, he's gonna be like, well, I ain't putting it in. I mean, you're gonna have to pay somebody. I'm out. Peace. I mean,
Every day.
like the homeowners have the full upper hand now until somebody like that walks in, right? Like
But it's a dying breed, man. That's the
I
problem.
know, it's not what's happening. I mean, you know what I mean though. Like, but guess what? They might be like, damn, I guess he's right. And then they'll tell their neighbors, yeah, he's straight up, you know, he still gets
Yep.
business that way. I mean,
Oh, he does every day.
yeah, super honest, straight up, but he might tell you something you don't want to hear. Nobody
And he-
does that anymore.
Well, and he kills me because he keeps talking about, he'll talk about retirement. And then today I'm on the phone with him. He's like, man, I really need to hire like 2 more people. I just can't find no help.
No, retire. Still the best day is when I walked in there and he goes, "Did you get that fax I sent over?" And Ryan's like, "No, I don't. No, there's no fax. Where? Yeah, I sent you a fax this morning." "No, we don't have a fax." "No, I sent you an email, Dad." And the best was when Ryan's like, "I sent you an email, Dad." No, we don't have a fax. "No, I'm not." And then he hung up.
Man,
Ryan was 12 years old immediately.
I was telling Kristen this earlier today. Dad called me this morning, and he ordered a bunch of spiral duct from me for a job he's working on, and it's getting delivered today. Because we've got a duct fab shop we work with that does all of that stuff for us. So they're delivering it to the job up in Bryson City. And he's like, "Hey, Dylan's coming up here to deliver that stuff today. I've got some stuff to send you. I was just going to send it back with him for you. Does that work?" And I'm like, "Dad, you realize that guy doesn't work with me. He's not
chili. I got some chili and some money."
And man, I told Kristen this earlier. I felt like I offended Dad so bad, like telling him that I was like, "Dad, I appreciate it, but that guy doesn't come to work with me. His shop is 2 hours from my house." I said, "How is that helping the situation at all?" I was like, "How about you come meet me somewhere? I'll meet you in Hickory. That's an hour and a half from my house."
Yeah,
you know,
it sucks, right? But that's the way.
And you thought I shot it. I mean, it sounded like I shot our old dog. I feel like I need to call him back and
guess what? On his end, it does suck.
Yeah, and I was like, "Dad,
it does suck." You know what I mean? Because he wants that. I mean,
and he was like, I thought I was doing something nice for it." I said, "Dad, I never said you're not doing something nice for me. You're just sending it with someone that doesn't even know who I am." I said, "I have no idea who Dylan is." He's like, "Well, he's the guy delivering stuff." I'm like, "Well, that's great." I said, "But I don't know who their contracted drivers are."
Well, you think he'd like some of it? Yeah.
Maybe. I'm sure he would.
My dad, I talk to my dad. I try to talk to him every day, right? He's 7 hours from me. And it's tough. He's by himself now. You know, Mom passed. So I talk to him every day, or try to. And it's just checking in, what's going on. We talk about whatever. He might have new jokes to tell me. But he'll say, "Man, I want you to come over here and play this course with me. We got a new course by the house. You should come over here one weekend and play this course." And I'm just like, it's a day to get there.
Yeah.
A day to get back. But I say that, and then I'm like, no, I need to go do it.
I know.
You know? It sucks, but it's a 3-day, 4-day wash. Like, I gotta go. Yep. I mean, and I don't want to drag Kylie and Tracy, because we're going to play golf, and then we're going to go to a bar, and then we're going to go eat, pig out on some barbecue. Like, we're going to do everything they don't want to do.
Yep, pretty much.
We're going to sit around and watch hot rod car shows, drink beer, and eat barbecue. And that's it. And they're not interested in any of that. So it'd be me by myself just going over there. But you know what? I need to do it. Just got to do it.
I still think we need to figure out a R&D and Dad's getaway sometime.
Oh, my dad and your dad would be
the best.
Dude, the war stories and the mechanical stuff, like, it'd be ridiculous.
Dude, that's
me and Ryan would just be hanging out over there.
We just put a mic in the middle of the room and just let them talk.
Holy smokes. We couldn't air that on nothing, dude.
We probably couldn't.
Hell no. That would get
so
shut
good,
down.
It would be so good.
That'd be like the X-Files. You couldn't air that. I was worried to death. I was scared to death to have Bob on the show, my boss, because he's from that generation.
How do you think I felt with Dad on the show?
Yeah. But, I'm thinking, oh God, any minute now he's just going to rip into like 5 different nationalities.
Oh, man.
But they don't, you can't get mad at them. That's not how they came up.
Nope. They came up in eras where you could openly discuss topics and have a conversation, and at the end of the day, you could still agree to disagree and do business or be friends or whatever. It's just everything so woke.
I know. It's tough. I told Corey and Kylie, I said, I'm going to raise you how I was raised. I told them, I said, when you go to a new job or you get out of college or whatever, I want you to look somebody in the eye and shake their hand firm. And by the way, Rhydon's got a good handshake, everybody. Rhydon. I love shaking Rhydon's hand. But he came up that way, right?
That's Cajun because I'll tell you right now, if I didn't shake my hand right.
Yeah, why can't I teach my kids that? But people just quit. So when you meet, if you ever meet Corey, he looks you in the eye and he shakes your hand firm. He gets in there deep. And I told him, I said, that will take you somewhere, because that's going to be a lost thing. You're going to go to a job interview and you're going to do that. And it's going to be some guy. And he's going to be like, holy crap. Like,
yep.
Where did that go? We got to hire him. We have to. I mean, his work ethic's got to be insane. If he shakes my hand like that and looks me in the eye, the last 2 interviews, looked down at the floor the whole time. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if kids are on their phone in an interview. Like, hang on, I got to take this real quick. You know what I mean? So I told Corey and Kylie, I said, you can thank me later. That will take you somewhere. I swear it will, because your generation of kids is just, we're not raising men anymore. We're raising kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or women. We're not raising women, men and women. I told Kylie on the open night, the open house of middle school, 7th grade. New town, new teachers, don't know anybody. I said, when you go to meet your teachers, look them in the eye, tell them who you are, stick your hand out, give them a handshake. Guess what? None of the teachers reached out.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? One of her teachers is 22 years old. Her math teacher is 22 years old. He couldn't even look me in the eye. I'm like, hello, I'm Kylie's dad. How are you? He couldn't even look me in the eye. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Like, what's happening?
Hey, man. Hey. Oh,
hey, bud.
Here.
Fish are biting over here, bud. Over here. Fish are biting over here. Like, but guess what? I mean, that's just what we got. That's what we got.
Well, and I feel like we've continued the whole topic of communication skills has been the underlying topic of the show, incidentally. Right. I feel like.
Yep.
And what's funny, the last couple weeks, I've even noticed I've actually focused more on eye contact with people than I even realized. And
if you focus on it, you'll see
man.
that a lot of people aren't doing it. You see what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
Focused on it.
And you talking about that is exactly why I'm saying it, because I've had multiple meetings with contractors, and I can't even get them to just look at me when we talk. Just look me in the eye, man.
Yeah, I mean,
one, because I'm half deaf from not using ear protection enough, so when you don't look at me, it makes it that much harder for me to hear you. But
right, look at the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, so ending on an upbeat, yes, we do have HVAC articles, but we're going to save them again for another show.
Yep.
I really want to get into some of these articles with a guest.
Yes. Also
have said that before. Actually, did we do that? I don't know if we got. Yeah, I want to save one or two for. We got some guests coming up, by the way. We got some heavy hitters.
We do. I'm excited. Next week's going to be freaking fun.
I've got to go shopping for what I'm drinking on next week's show. I'm just telling you.
Yes.
Okay, so ending with a Crawlspace Confession. Yes, that's still a thing. Send it in.
So good.
Where can they send in a cross? Well, first of all, let's just break it down. Anything that happens to you in this industry, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, whatever, that is a Crawlspace confession. Doesn't have to happen in a Crawlspace. It's just cooler if it does.
It's just a great title.
It's a great title. But go to our, where can they send it? Right.
So go to hvacrnd.com and go to the contact form. That's all you gotta do. Just send it right
or
in.
DM us on Instagram.
Yep, DM us on Instagram. Send us an email to hvacrnd@gmail.com.
So I'm sitting here trying to decide if I want to. He's a listener of the show. He sent this to me. He was recently on the show. I'm not going to say his name.
We can just say he was recently on the show.
He was recently on the show. He texted me the other day this long text, and hopefully I won't butcher it. But anyway, so this is what happened. He's an owner operator. I don't know. I think he might have close to 10 guys, maybe.
He's getting close.
Yeah. So he still runs service calls, but he's finally got a phone service. So I called him one day. This really young chick answered the phone. I was like, and I called his number that's saved in my phone as his name. And I was like, hello? She's like, thanks for calling blah, blah, blah air. And I'm like, huh? Okay. Well, is so-and-so around? And she ran through. So anyway, he's got a phone service now, which is awesome. That gives him some breathing room. But anyway,
I'm curious who he's using. I need to call him. I want to know.
Yeah, it was, she was very professional. Does Chirp do that? I don't think they do that.
No, they don't.
No, I didn't think so. Anyway, yeah. So for the small guys that your phone's ringing off the hook and you're like trying to charge a unit and you're answering the phones for the business, you need, especially in the summer, she picked, like, if he don't answer it in 2 rings, it goes straight to her. She picks it up. It might be a guy. It might be a girl. It's a call service. So, yeah, you take a message, address, what do you got going on, schedule it, whatever. So, anyway, so this is what happened. So he goes, walks up to the house, puts on his shoe covers, goes in, where's the thermostat, okay. Forgets something in the van, something like that, runs back outside real quick, grabs something, comes back in. Well, when he was outside, he stepped in the old landmine in the yard. Right? Slipped in the old landmine there, didn't know it, comes back in the house, hardwood floors, whatever, didn't really notice it. Goes back out, takes the shoe covers off. Where do they usually go? In your pocket.
Yes.
So goes out of the truck, did something, puts them back on, in and out, in and out. Anyway, he's walking around in the house and he's just like, God, I smell dog shit. Like, what? That smell is just, it.
Oh, know it.
It's solid. It is very loud.
I got a great story about that after this.
Oh, God. So, anyway, finishes up, gets back in the truck, still smells it. Driving around, still smelling it. Come to find out, it was on the shoe covers, and now it's in his pocket. Solid in his pants. Great Crawlspace confession.
Oh,
yep.
God.
Yeah, I mean, you can't unsmell it.
No.
You gotta change. I mean, that's not.
No, that's so bad.
I have washed it off the bottom of a tennis shoe, and for whatever reason, it finds all the little cracks, and you can't get it out. So our buddy Zach, I was telling him that story, and he was like, "Man, just the other day, I was walking through the living room, and she had this little ankle biter, and I stepped on one and literally did a split in the living room."
Oh, God.
I'm like, dang, Zach. I mean, he's like, I was pissed. Like, I was really pissed at the dog. I mean, it's not my dog. But, holy crap.
What are you doing just leaving that laying around out here for me? Jeez. So yeah, before we got on the show, I was walking the dogs, and this has happened several times recently that the old bags from the poop bag roll had a hole in the bottom. Well, today I didn't catch it. So I scooped up a nice handful of it earlier. I was like, great. So excited.
Well,
I was so pissed. Like, literally just, seriously.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it is what it is. When you're out doing service, it's all over the place. It's just what it is. So, getting closer and closer to AHR.
Yep.
You want to talk about that? I mean,
yeah, we can. We got some great stuff. We got some great stuff we're working on with Nicole and her team, so we're very excited about that. I know I'm excited for the podcast pavilion teasers to come out. I know when they're coming out, but I'm not telling y'all. But please make sure to go to ahrexpo.com, get registered, get the app on your phone, start planning your show. Follow the booths you're interested in for news as everything gets built up to it. Come find us in the podcast pavilion. We will be in Pavilion 2 Monday and Tuesday from 1 to 3. And then I'm sure we will have multiple other things that we end up getting involved with that we'll let people know where we're going to be. Really, we overbooked ourselves so much this last one. I wanted to make sure that we had time for, I know we've got to do stuff with our own companies, as well as we really wanted to have a bit more time to just kind of go around and mingle with everybody. Because Atlanta was a lot. It was our first time doing all of this stuff. So, we had to go screw it up a little bit so that we could do better this time.
It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, we realized, so the 3 days, the last day, as soon as you walk in on the last day, it's like quiet.
Yeah.
So when I say background noise, like the first 2 days when you walk into a giant place like that with I don't know how many thousands of people just talking.
Yep.
It's loud. You walk in on the last day, it's like
crickets.
I mean, there's people obviously walking around, hundreds, right? But
not the tens of thousands like you get the first 2 days.
Yeah, so trying to do a little video or record or do a little, little sponsorship stuff. It's just, yeah.
Well, and we honestly had a great show with the guy from Target Sales and the guy from Rector Seal. But the background noise was so horrendous, we ended up just not even be able to post it because you just can't hear anything that's going on. But it was such a good show. We had a great time with them. If we had these nice advanced microphones, we could have crushed it. But
no, I think our microphone that you got that we set in the middle and it gets everybody around.
Yeah, it's great when it's quiet, but
yeah, it's a little, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of background noise.
Absolutely. But yeah, so go check out everything. Make sure to get registered. I know we've still got to figure out accommodations and a bunch of travel stuff, which is half of it is me still trying to get details more on my end than Dennis even does on his. Because it's just new company and figuring new stuff out this go around. But yeah, looking forward to it. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Well, hang on, Rhydon. I got a little surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Our buddy Zach's about to come on the show.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it?
Well, I wasn't gonna tell you, but yeah, he's coming on. Like literally coming on.
Sweet.
You got to give him an introduction.
Okay.
Hang on, let me pause it. I sent him the link, but just give me a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's got the mic. He's set up. He's ready to go. Hang on.
So, unbeknownst to me, here for the quickest cameo in HVAC R&D history, our good buddy, outside customer sales representative or comfort consultant from Air Today in good old Charlotte, our buddy Zach, for a quick new segment. I'll let him take it away.
That was the worst beer open ever, Zach.
That was pretty bad.
That sounded
Don't put any reverb on that at all.
That sounded like a flat Pepsi. I'm going to have to turn it up and put reverb on it.
Yeah.
Holy smoke. That was like... All right. Welcome, Zach. What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Turn your gain up a little bit.
Turn my gain up.
Hey, there it is.
Hello.
See? Look,
Okay.
that's our second guy, Zach, that gives us all our shit about how bad our mics are.
Well, it's because my setup's not ready. I don't have
I
a
know.
mic stand, so I'm having to hold my mic like I'm...
Are you
On
standing
a
on your back
1970s
deck
game
holding
show.
the mic?
Say what?
You got the Bob Barker mic?
I was so getting ready to ask that.
Yeah, that's what I feel like outside. I'm sure if my neighbors came out, they'd be like, what is he doing?
All right, so
But-
Zach's got a little segment he's going to drop in here on us. He is in outside sales. If anybody doesn't know, he sells HVAC equipment to homeowners, which we talked about a lot on the show. But he's got a new inside company segment he wants to share with us.
Yeah,
What you got?
read your invoices before you send them to the customer.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I thought this was notes.
Oh, even better.
Okay, so break it down here, what we're talking about.
Oh, I didn't see the notes.
No, I'm talking about the notes on. Well, first of all, what service do you guys use as a company?
We use Field Edge.
Field Edge. Okay, what's up, Trade Crew? So, yep, we had a little snippet from Zach. Then he lost internet connection. Also lost internet connection from Rhydon. He's got the new house over there with... I don't know what's going on with his internet. Anyway, so it's just me here with the ending, sending it off. That little snippet there from Zach. He does have a cool segment coming up. We're going to bring him on for a full episode in October. We got tons of guests coming up next week. Hope you join us. And, yeah, come on. See y'all next week. Peace.